Dr. Ball, thank you for inviting me. While I love every day that I'm in Howard County, I got to tell you today is not one of those days. I wish I were actually back in Washington negotiating a bipartisan budget deal. I wish I were back in the House of Representatives working with my colleagues from across the aisle to fix our broken healthcare system. Unfortunately, the Speaker has canceled votes not just last week but also this week. And so while I will be back in Washington this week, my colleagues from across the aisle will not. And so it's unfortunate that we cannot reach this budget deal as of yet. I want to just note, as a note of thanks, the county executive thanked our U.S. senators. They wish they could be here today. They are actually voting in the Senate today, trying to reach that bipartisan budget deal that does not put 20 million Americans at risk of losing their health insurance. So I just want to thank everybody behind me for stepping up in this moment, in this crisis for our constituents. I'm deeply grateful. And even before the shutdown occurred, Senator Angela Alsobrooks and I introduced a piece of legislation to support our federal workers in this shutdown or in any shutdown. The county executive mentioned furloughed federal employees. Well, learning from past shutdowns, those furloughed federal employees are eligible for the unemployment insurance that they've spent their careers paying into. So if they are not drawing a paycheck right now, they can avail themselves of that unemployment insurance. But for the essential workers, and we have many in this district, 44,000 federal employees in this district and 2 to 3 times that in contractors, and many are deemed essential. As Dr. Ball mentioned, we have Fort Meade, just on the outskirts of this district. We have the Applied Physics Lab. We have the Naval Academy. And so we have many federal employees who are deemed essential, and unfortunately they are left out of that ability to draw from their unemployment insurance in this moment. And why is that important? Because more than half of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck right now. And so going without a single paycheck will have, as it's been mentioned, impacts on our community. And we are disproportionately and acutely impacted by this shutdown, just as we've been disproportionately and acutely impacted by, unfortunately, this president's disrespect of federal employees over the last 10 months. I don't think that's shocking for me to say that. We've witnessed the Doge effect. We've witnessed so many in our community lose their jobs arbitrarily because the president doesn't understand or appreciate the value federal workers bring, not just to this community, but to this nation. And so I just want to pause and say thank you to the federal employees watching at home. Thank you for your service, not, again, on behalf of this community, but we recognize here that you are providing essential services for Americans across this country. You might be our neighbors, but you're the ones who are answering the phone, as Dr. Ball said, at Social Security. You are the ones delivering for veterans. You are the ones inspecting our food and making sure our air traffic is safe. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I know our U.S. senators, if they could be here today, would agree with me, that you are valued, first and foremost. I do want to just make a note, the president and the OMB director's threats to fire, again, arbitrarily more federal employees because of the shutdown. And I've been in enough budget negotiations in my career, and I think Dr. Ball would agree with me, the first person to threaten normally has the shorter hand in the negotiation. And so please know that that is utterly unacceptable for the president to continue to disrespect federal employees, again, our neighbors, our constituents right here in Howard County.